Okay, now that you've backed up your class and you've backed up your lore, we can go in and start looking at what we need to do to the class itself, the content. Now, like we spoke about earlier, we don't want to actually go ahead and change this stuff right here. We don't want to change our class right in here because this is the class we're working on, right? If we go back to the home screen, here's my class. That is actually running right now. I don't really want to make drastic changes to that because I'm running it. And I might not want to make, even let's say I did it last semester, I might not want to change this one anyway. What happens if, I want to run an Angel somewhere again? I want to keep this, especially right now, untouched. We did make a backup, but I'm not going to play around with this because I'm going to be using it. And if you're not in the sort of first round of switching over to Blackboard, you might need this course or pieces of this course again for Angel in the next semester. So what are we going to do? We're going to actually make a copy of this class. And if you notice, if you look way down here in the no terms section, there is a class with the same name. Everything's the same. Spring, Mediacom, Volo, but this right here, Migrate, at the end of it. And this is going to let you know and let SLN know that this class that's in this Migrate folder is ready to go to Blackboard. But first what we need to do is we need to make a copy of this class up here and put it here so then we can change it and fool around with it. This way we're not damaging anything in the class. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this class from here to there. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy the information from our current class into the migrate shell that we'll be changing before we migrate it over to Blackboard. So what we actually want to do is start down here. We want to start in this migrate folder, this blank class. We're going to go to Learning Modules. And as you can see, it's empty. It's the same title, but with migrate, but it's empty. It's an empty shell. We want to go to Add Content. And we want to go to Import from a course or group. So I'm going to click on that. Now this shows, it can be a little confusing because it shows every single thing that we have access to. Our sandboxes, our practice areas, things like that. So what you want to do is make sure you pick the right class. And I want to pick, if I can find it. See, this is the same problem you'll have. That's why I'm doing this. There it is. Spring 2014 316. Again, there's no migrate at the end, so this is the right one. I click on this little plus next to it. It expands all of the class. And you want to bring it all over. Okay. Let's say though that maybe next semester you don't want to do module 11. You could just do this, leave it blank, and it won't bring it over. This way it's less you've got to clean up. I'm going to go ahead and bring everything over. So I've clicked everything. It's the right course. Now it says root. That's going to put it in the root of the learning modules folder. I can make a new subfolder. There's really no need to. I wouldn't. I would leave it like this, put it into the root, and click copy. Now it's going to ask me questions. Do I want to bring all this stuff over? Yes, bring everything over. And depending on the size of your course, this could take a minute, it could take 10 minutes. You see a little working thing, stay on here, and it says it. It's been added. And I'm going to click done. And now, here's everything that was in the course I'm teaching now, but it's now in the migrate folder. It's exactly the same. That's why we made sure we put migrate at the end here so you wouldn't get confused which class you were changing. Because again, the titles look the same, everything here looks the same. Always make sure you're working in the migrate folder. So now we've gone ahead and we've copied our current class, the class we're going to be moving over into Blackboard, into this migrate folder so we can make some changes.